Hi everybody and welcome back to the Half-Ass Homestead. Today we are doing our week 4 garden tour in our zone 5A kitchen garden. And I hope you guys will follow along and kind of see where we're at, and hopefully it'll serve as some sort of pep talk for you if you're either in a different zone or maybe dying of heat stroke in the south. But our sandbox has turned into a vegetable garden. So we are going to start with the trellis. The garden arch is something that I thoroughly enjoy. At the front of our garden arch, now all of our kale is going to be different age. I had real germination problems with our kale. Our pole beans are Blue Lake pole and Kentucky pole. We also have some golden runner beans and red noodle beans. Both sides of this trellis are mirrored. On the inside row, we have a bunch of bush beans, or they were supposed to be bush beans. Some of these are pole beans. Got the tricolor beans from Emma Gardner, and there's quite a few pole beans in there. So there must have been some cross-pollination. Oh well. Our first batch here are melons, Kajari and Moon and Stars. Also have all of our squash to the back. We have spaghetti squash, butternut squash, honey nut squash, loofah gourds, birdhouse gourds, and did I say honey nut and butternut and blue Hubbard? Those are the varieties of squash that we have growing on the trellis back here. And here's our sad output of our first sowing of lettuce. We did use an older seed, and all that came up was red merlot. Stepping outside of our trellis, our first few okra are burgundy okra. And the last half are Clemson spineless. I was supposed to have motherland okra from Baker Creek, which I was super excited about, which apparently the whole plant is edible. Unfortunately, none of them germinated. Out of 24 seeds, I had none germinate, which is kind of a bummer. So we are having a really poor tomato year this year. I mean, really poor. I've never seen anything so bad. These are our red potatoes for germination. And I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. The only potatoes that germinated out here are white potatoes, or yellow potatoes, I mean, rather. And these we grew from potatoes in the basement. That's all we have for potatoes this year. On the bright side, we live in sand country. Potatoes are heavily abundant here and for reasonable. Here are our swaths of corn. This is a blue popping corn from Baker Creek, mini blue popping corn. And I don't remember the variety, but this is a German sweet corn, and it's supposed to be very delicious. So we're giving that a try for the first time. I normally grow a beautiful bicolor. All right, we have our first sowing of zucchini that is starting to flower. Hopefully we're going to get some that males and females that flower together. I just had a pumpkin blossom this morning because all I have flowering are females. This is our wonderful trellis of tomato plants, and they are beefy. Our tomato plants did very, very well this year, and they seem to be putting on a lot of tomatoes. So this is where we house our indeterminates. See, look at that. I believe these, if I'm not mistaken, are giant crimson. I'm going to have to look back. On the flip side of our trellis, we have all of our indeterminate tomatoes, which are all Roma tomatoes. So they're all paste tomatoes. And we did, I don't know, about 15 or 18 of those. Another zucchini. Here's our second sowing of zucchini. Not doing so hot, if you can tell. We're going to be planting more of those this evening. Here's a hill of pumpkins. Then we're going to have 2 more hills of squash because our potatoes did so bad. So here we have all of our pumpkin or our cucumbers. So most of these are pickling cucumbers. There are, I do believe, there might be some cucamelons if they germinated. I'm not really sure. Otherwise, we have straight A's and Armenian cucumbers growing in here as well. Our trellis for pea pods, and this is on, if you can tell, it's on an A-frame trellis, so you can pick from the inside. I'm the only one that fits in there, so I guess I'll be doing the honors. We have some broccoli that's starting to head up. Lots of broccoli's heading up. I did find, and I mixed up all my broccoli and cauliflower this year like an idiot. I don't see any cauliflower. There has been some cauliflower heading up as well. Well, I wonder if it's in here. No, I can't find any cauliflower heading up, so we're just going to go back to the rest of the tour. Here are our beautiful early Anna cabbages, just about ready. Our next sowing is growing in the bathroom right now. Here's a larger head of purple cabbage. These are much longer variety of cabbage, but we're going to get a much larger head off these purple. Chuck! Oh, God. Good girl, you're fine. I thought she was going to go cleave somebody's ankles. All right, so following that, here we have all of our Brussels sprouts. Got lots of Brussels sprouts going. Love them. They're expensive. And here's a random cabbage that got planted late. And some more Brussels sprouts. Here's another hill of zucchini. Here is our row of peppers. The back half of this row of peppers are primarily bell peppers, Cardinal, California Wonder, and Carnival. Shishito, Bonnet, and Corbaci, and Thai pepper. Anywho, which our pepper year is doing very well, which apparently everybody in different zones is not doing very well on the peppers. We're doing fine. This entire row is jalapenos. So it's quite odd that we've been harvesting. We've actually harvested jalapenos already, and we are still in June, which is kind of odd for here. I have all of our onions planted here. These are all yellow storage onions moving into some red onions. Carrots, which need thinning. Here's our kohlrabi, which is alright germination. Our turnips, which we've been harvesting on and roasting. We have some beets here as well. And these radishes we are going to let go to seed, and we can harvest radish seed pods and do a little seed saving with that. Today today or tomorrow, I'm going to be planting in some more turnip seeds. So we have a few more. Neither of us had turnips prior to this year, and we've both decided that we absolutely love them. They're great. They're kind of like a kohlrabi followed by like hint of radish. It's kind of odd, but I think they're very delicious. So anyways, so I guess like that's where we're sitting at like week 4. I mean, we're harvesting jalapenos. We harvested about a half pound of jalapenos, but I mean, beautiful. They're doing really, really good. There's a lot more coming. So I'm pretty excited to continue putting up the harvest. Our strawberry season's come to an end. We got a couple flats at a U-Pick on the last day of strawberry season, so we got pretty lucky on that. Use some jalapenos to do some strawberry jalapeno jam, which is absolutely delectable, and I used a Thai chili pepper in there as well. So stay tuned for that video because I'm going to share that recipe. It is so good. So, I mean, it's looking like a jungle. I'm pretty excited about it. The garden's looking good, so can't wait to see where it is in another couple weeks. I'll probably keep you guys updated. I think it'd be quite nice. I would like to thank you for taking a walk with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Happy planting. Bye.